YouTube, what is going on? It is your boy Crowder here, and today I am bringing you guys a brand new video. It's a tips video, and really quick, just making this very clear, a lot of these tips, if you are more of an advanced player and or just even a little bit more than a casual player, you're probably going to know what these tips are. This is for the very, very basic Warzone player, a beginner player. If you're just starting to play it now, I know a lot of people have obviously been playing this game a lot. This is just something that you just might not know. So this is a very basic tips video. I know I haven't really done something like super broad like this, so let's see how this video does for you guys. If you guys do like it, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it. All right, guys, so the tip number one that I'm going to show you guys is the mini-map rotation tip. So basically, I've seen a lot of casual players that I've seen play this game recently. They actually don't have their mini-map on the top left of your screen rotating with like your arrow. A lot of people actually don't know what that setting is, and I'm going to show you guys really quick. Basically, you go to general settings, you go to accessibility, and then you go to HUD. Minimap rotation, it should be 100% enabled. And the reason why is if you have it disabled, it's only your arrow moving on the minimap, and it doesn't move with you. So like, you're not always going to be facing the right side with your minimap, and it's a lot harder to read. If you watch mostly pro players, top streamers, or your favorite content creator, most of them are going to have the minimap rotation setting on. So once again, options, general, HUD, and you have the minimap rotation enabled. That is something that so many players overlook, and it helps you become a better teammate. It helps you read those UAVs a lot easier, and it just makes the game so much easier to understand. Something that's not going to make you thousands of times better, but it's something that a lot of people don't know about that you should definitely change. Okay, guys, tip number two is YYing a gun or switching weapons when you pick up a gun to pick it up faster. So I have a lot of people in my chat that always ask me, like, when I pick up an LMG in Superstore, something that takes a really long time to kind of whip out, right, and like really make you able to use it. A lot of people always ask me how I'm able to pull up my gun so fast, and basically the way you do it, you pick it up, and when you pick it up, you YY like that, which means triangle, triangle, YY on Xbox, or whatever your weapon swap is on your keybinds and PC. So sometimes it's like 2-2 or 3-3 for me. So basically, every time you pick up a gun off the ground for ground loot, if you do this and then you YY, you're able to pick it up a lot faster, and you don't have to do the whole animation of cocking back the weapon and getting ready like with those LMGs in Superstore. Very, very annoying when you have to make sure that you do the animation. So one last time, when you see a gun on the ground like this, when you pick it up like this, and then you YY like that, and you're able to have your gun out right away. Something that a lot of people don't know about, and something that it can help you out a lot of the time when you're in Superstore and you're doing that hot drop. You need to pick up a gun really quick. When you're sliding by it, you can actually pick it up and then do the YY and have it right away. So yeah, guys, next tip is going to be the contextual tap tip. So a lot of people, when they're looting, it's like press and hold to loot. And the reason why I think that's not as good is because you can't be as quick, and just inevitably, if you're holding a button to obviously pick one thing up, you're gonna have to hold it to pick the next one up and the next one up. Where if you have contextual tap on, it actually makes your use and your accessibility like so much easier when you're looting in like big piles and you want to pick up something quick like that, just like really quick instead of having to hold it. So what you want to do is you want to go to options, you want to go to controller, you want to scroll down, and then it says use/reload behavior. You want to go to contextual tap and you want to enable it. Usually it's tap to reload, but if you do contextual tap, you're able to pick up a lot of other stuff and use a lot of other stuff really easily. Personally, a lot of really good Warzone players play on this. This is a preference, but I prefer to use it. Really quick, guys, I've showed you this next tip in my slide cancel video. If you guys have not watched that, I recommend going to my how-tos and watching the slide cancel movement video. It helps out a lot. But basically, the next thing, if you're playing controller, is the tap the slide and the hold the slide. So when you're sliding, I'm just tapping my button right now, where I'm tapping my right stick in because I play. And when you're doing this, it's a much easier slide animation, and it's not as hard like tap and hold to make the whole slide go through. I'm just tapping the button like that every single time. It makes it a lot easier to do the slide cancel and perfect your movement, and also as well reset your normal sprint like this. So yeah, you want to go to options, and then you want to go down to slide behavior, and then you want to take it off of hold and you would put it on tap. I promise you guys, you put it on tap when you're sliding around the map, it's so much easier on your hands, and it's so much easier to perfect the slide cancel movement when it's just tap, tap, stop, tap, tap, stop, tap, tap, stop, instead of hold, and then stopping it. So if you guys don't know what the slide cancel is, go refer yourself to one of my how-to videos. It's the movement video. Super helpful. All right, guys, next tip in this video is going to be how to throw C4 farther, and also how to use a C4. And I know it sounds weird, and once again, these are very basic tips for you guys. A lot of people watching this video might know these tips, but this is just for the basic player. When you're throwing a C4 and you throw it like that, right? You see how far I threw it? A lot of people always ask me how I throw my C4 so far, and it's when you jump and throw it. So you have it in your hands like that, right? You have it like ready to throw. And a lot of people just do this. And like they try and throw it like that far, and like they're always wondering how I get it on top of buildings or over tents like this, where you want to look up, jump, and throw it at the same time, and it goes so much farther. It's so much easier to use. And then on top of that, like you can get it on top of buildings, over tents. If there's a car on the road, you can throw it farther towards the car. And then how to use the C4, as weird as this sounds, I think this is one of my most common questions in my chat, is when you're playing and using a C4, they see me use it and they see me like explode it without like actually clicking it. So going like that, usually you just click R2 again to explode it. But you can also double tap your use or reload key, depending if you're on Xbox, it's usually X or square if you're on PS4, and then your reload key or your use key on a PC. And basically for that, it'd be me double tapping square just like that. It also blows up the C4. You don't have to hit R2 again, so you can keep your gun out and run around like this and be shooting at someone like that, and then double tap square and you can explode the C4. Something that a lot of people don't really know, and hopefully that helps you out. Okay, guys, next tip in this video is going to be how to reset your slide, which kind of goes to my movement video that I made a while ago. But if you guys haven't seen that video, here's a very easy way to explain it. If you want to reset your slide, so when I'm double tap sprinting like this, right, this is the fast sprint, eventually this runs out. And when this runs out, I see a lot of casual players just run across the street like they're doing right now. And this is not as fast as when you're double tap sprinting, right? So what you want to do is when you start doing this movement where you're just doing the regular sprint, you want to slide and then do it again. Then you can reset your slide double tap sprint, and then slide and then do the same thing. And you can always run faster. It helps you run around the map faster, helps you get into engagements with your team faster. Overall, it makes your movement smoother, and it'll help you out a lot. So yeah, guys, next tip is going to be the advanced UAV. I'll show you that when I get to it, but just to tack onto that sliding thing again. Once again, like you see how I'm doing this regular sprint. If I slide and then get up and sprint again, I can just like run faster. And then when it runs out again, I can slide, get up and sprint again and run faster again. Super helpful. So yeah, guys, when you guys are approaching a buy station, a lot of people don't know this in my chat on sometimes, that when I do pop it in advanced UAV with my team or just by myself, how I do it. And the way you want to do it is you approach a buy station, and if you buy one UAV, it shows them on the map just like this, right? I'm going to call it in. You guys can see the UAV, right? And people come up on the UAV. If you buy 2 more UAVs and there's 3 of them popped at once, where you just keep popping them and it equals 3, all the people on the mini map show up, and look, now you have so much more information on where their people are on the map. So if I was playing this game out for real right now, I would know a lot of actions down here by the port. Let's take a car or a vehicle, go to the port, and they will find yourself more kills, and you'll be more aware of the map. Okay, guys, and here's another cool tip that a lot of people do not know about this game. Basically, if you ever have a precision airstrike or a cluster strike, I'm going to buy a cluster strike for the sake of the video, and you're running around and say you're slow, right? And you have to outrun that circle, and you want to reset your sprint over and over and over again. Say you have an M4 or like an LMG where you're just like slow overall, no matter what you're doing to reset that sprint. What you want to do is you actually pull out the cluster strike, and you're going to be able to run at max speed with the cluster strike faster than any weapon that you're going to have, including like when you have a knife. It's going to be on that tempo of the pace of what you're running at. So you'll be able to run around the map faster if you keep resetting your sprint. If you have your cluster strike out or your kill streak out, makes it super easy to run fast around the map and move, where a lot of people actually don't know that. So if you're out running a circle or you have to rotate quickly on a team, if you have a kill streak and you don't want to call it in, you can actually use it to run faster. Okay, guys, next tip for you guys here is pinging your enemies. This is so important for you guys to be a good teammate and actually be able to help each other out when you guys are calling out. And not only that, you can actually ping enemies, and then if they run behind the wall, you'll be able to see them. So when you're aiming at someone, if you press up on the D-pad or whatever your ping key is, you see how he's around the wall. If I ping him again, you can see him actually running through the wall. So if I had a teammate over there, he'd be able to see exactly where that guy is and track him down through the wall for a second or two before the ping runs out. Helps your teammates out so much. Instead of saying like, hey, he's over there, like over there, what does over there mean? You don't even know exactly like where he's going to be, right? What you want to do is be able to ping that guy and show exactly where he's at and where he's running to. Helps your teammates out a lot, makes you a better teammate, usually helps your team get more kills. If you get more kills, you get more wins usually. So next tip for you guys is aiming in at a satchel when you're trying to loot it. So there's a lot of people that complain about how hard it is to actually pick up a satchel, like when it's in like a pile of loot, and it's super annoying. As you can see here in this clip, like if you ever watch my stream a lot, if you actually aim down your sight and aim at the satchel before you tap square or X or whatever your use key is on a PC, it actually makes it a lot easier for you to pick up that satchel and obviously get it in your back pocket so you can hold more plates, where instead of you just trying to spam and like pick up whatever it is near it and it's not really working, that's something that works out for me a lot. Next tip for you guys is the trophy on a car. A lot of you guys always do get C4'd in vehicles, and everyone that watches my stream ends up asking like, hey, like why do you never die in vehicles as much as I do? The reason why is if you get a trophy system at a superstore or wherever you're looting, what you want to do is 110% make sure you are putting that trophy car or trophy system on top of your car, just like this in this clip. Anyone that throws a C4 or a rocket at you, even if the C4 is on the floor beforehand, the trophy will save you 99% of the time. Makes it so easy for you to run your opponents over and or just approach the team in a safer method. And then last tip but not least is the counter UAV. This is actually brand new with the patch. Basically what I was explaining to you guys earlier, when you call 3 UAVs in at once, it actually shows an advanced UAV. Well, if you call 4 UAVs in at once, it's a little pricey. Every single player in your lobby gets the counter UAV screen as you can see in the top left right now. My entire mini map's gone. I can't see where the next circle is going to be or where the circle is at all. It's actually something that can mess up your team or your opponents a lot and help you out a lot. So definitely something to keep in mind, since that is brand new and a lot of people actually might not know that, even good players. Hopefully guys, this video helped you. Obviously some of these tips were super basic, but this was just for the super basic player that's just trying to get started in Warzone and learn some new tips and tricks to help them out. So if you guys did enjoy this video, like, comment, subscribe. We have some videos coming for you guys in the how-tos. I know I've been really busy with coaching and other stuff and streaming as well, but I promise you I have more videos coming your way. You guys have been showing so much love and support on the YouTube, and I really do appreciate it. So like, comment, subscribe, turn those notifications on, and I'll see you guys next video. It's been your boy Crowder. Peace out, guys.